It is you. Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. A colony of insects, the many united by one purpose. Mycelia twining through the loam, taking and giving in equal measure. We are the ache in the land, the roots that run deep. And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured, but you too are alone in your strangeness. A rot eats at the foundation of this land. Corruption seeps into the soil. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear, poor us, poor you. No, not its fault. Fear hides behind teeth and talons. We are afraid too. We fear the rot. It spreads in the bear, the water, the wild. It is an infection. A foreign body invades, the host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do? Nurse it, care for it, grow it like the vines. We were loved once, perhaps. We remember, almost. A thought, like motion in the water. The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow in its place, and we could give you the gift of our healing touch. But a favor for a favor. Would you help us in return when we ask it? We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide, do you wish this power or not? A favor for a favor then. This place shall heal, and you shall know our power. We tire. New again this world, new again words. We will find you soon.
Incredible. Envoy, I don't know what you did, but that was miraculous.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail. very soul. Well, such an event could have killed someone, or worse.
Be careful where you go saying that. Nowadays, that kind of talk makes people nervous.
Inquisitor Ludwig will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwig is obsessed with our security. Sees enemies lurking around every corner. The Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection, but they answer only to themselves. We have our interest in the living lands, and they have theirs. A mutually beneficial arrangement. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the favor. Ah, you're going to be troublesome, aren't you? At least you're on our side. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia give you free passage into the city. Ah, Envoy, what you've done here is truly amazing. Let's keep up the good work, eh?
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this.
The loss of the Claviger will be felt in every corner of Paradise. The loss of the Claviger will be felt in every corner of Paradise.
Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that bear. Can she? You are full of surprises, Envoy. I'd heard godlights have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove. Guess your Emperor really did send the right person for the job, huh? Still, you have your work cut out for your Paradise. Enjoy the calm while you can.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back.
By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another. Shoot. Sure. What's up? Yeah, I've watched your form as I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield. I'm happy to return the favor if there's anything I can teach you. Some of that is sheer stubbornness, but I can give you some pointers on your stance, too. That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we get back out there tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest. Hilgard doesn't seem like the kind of man you'd send to the frontier, does he? You seem much better suited to it. Old fella who used to live here ended up in one of those shanties by the dock. Now I see why. Another win, but who's counting? In Rawattai, you don't abandon good supplies. I wonder what happened here. I get the feeling sometimes that this island has it in for all of us. That looks valuable. You want to do the honors and open it? Looks like a totem to your burned queen. The so-called godless people disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of rulings to remember them by.
Who's there? Stop right there! Get him! You're gonna regret that. One for you! Armor's too weak here. Hey! Over here! Where's my mark? What's the target? for more. Here it comes.
Another one down. What am I hitting? Give me a target.
Come and get me! Left leg!
Leave Satan!
Locals call this the Pilgrim's Path, but no one really uses it anymore. Despite the name, the Living Lands isn't an easy place to make a living. It breeds resourcefulness.
What does bootleg wine have to do with animancy equipment?
Hide it under the wine and nobody will look for it.
How did you get in there?
2 guards, wine, and a dead body. There's a story here.
Bon and I caught this man trying to load a crate onto the lift. Turned out he was smuggling animancy equipment.
So we've closed this lift down, as a precaution.
Oh, I'm sure he's got some hidey hole around here where he stored this stuff. Where he took it after, though, I couldn't say.
We've heard of bandits using this lift to sneak past the gatehouse, too. It seems the locals have been looking the other way for some time.
In the meantime, sorry, you'll have to go back to the main road.
Haven't searched him yet. We were only meant to be keeping watch, you understand? You're welcome to take a look if you think you'll find anything useful.
I'll ask you to refrain from using the lift, though.
Well, since you're the envoy, I suppose we can't stop you.
But if you bring so much as an Audra stone with you, we'll find out.
Right behind you. How'd you do that?
Just like the good old days.
Hope you don't mind spiders.
Remind me not to spook you.
Stand back.
Ready, aim. Coming in hot.
You take lead. Guys are on my side.
This one's mine. One for you! What am I hitting? Let me catch my breath. Hold on.
Seek! Leave seek!
Thanks, soldier. We make a good squad.
What? Time.
That's far enough, Outlander. Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for herself. We have a problem, all right? And I've got the solution tucked in my sheath.
Unless you're hearing that from a handsome stranger in the bathhouse, that's usually an invitation to trouble. And not as fun as the kind you get into in the steam.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
Hey, boss. If she's really sick, maybe we shouldn't get too close.
Shut it, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
Boss, is that true?
What did I tell you, Pod? I do the talking.
Oh, could I watch you really do that? To track down a murderer by asking the dead who killed him? Oh, God. What have I done? Wait, I haven't done anything yet. There's still time.
Nicely done.
I can't do this anymore. Thieving and killing, it's just not in my blood.
You ungrateful nitwit! Once I'm done with the Outlander, I'm coming after you.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
You're mine now. Hey! Over here!
Be sick!
Good one! I was just getting warmed up.
Quiet as the depths.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown. This is the banner of Cadnua, a fine castle in the Eastern Reach. Not so fine anymore, is it? According to legend, one of the gods destroyed it. Then the lord or lady returned from the dead, seeking vengeance. That's where the story gets interesting. Romance, sword fights, explosions, dragons. Strange tale if you ask me. Never did hear how it ended. Good morning. Gods be with you, envoy. Rawatai, an empire that could give even Adir pause. The storms that rack their shores have calmed, but they're still a sight to behold.
Hey, don't give Rawatai's admirals any ideas. They've sent fleets for less.
Many others complain about your people taking over. I get it, but we could do with a bit more order around these parts. Good day. Now there's an inspiration. The Deerwood is a beacon of resistance against those who would oppress. No offense. The Pearl Coast used to be a home to many of my people's cities. These days, all you'll find there are ruins and lost souls. I've heard Durgan's battery is still an impressive fortress, despite being abandoned. Some people romanticize these leeches for some reason. You ask me, the Principe deserve the same noose as any other pirates. The Republics are the leading minds in the world when it comes to animancy. Though Fior might have a thing or two to say about that. Many outsiders consider the Juana to be a single culture. In truth, they are made up of dozens of tribes, each with their own traditions and beliefs. I know little about Abet. What I've heard is dubious. Yes, a desert nation where Orlan masters lord over their Aumaua slaves. Sounds bizarre. They say the savannas of Ishamatal are home to countless herds of wild horses. I've never seen a horse, but they sound like impressive beasts. While I'm sure the forests of Ir Glanfath must be a sight to see, I doubt they'd come close to the wilds of the living lands. I respect the gods, and normally they don't frighten me. Eothas, however, he terrifies me, as do those who follow him despite the atrocities he's committed. Hard to know what to think of the raid Sarens after all that's happened. How long until the next Waidwen rises? There's a reason folks refer to this place as Old Valia now. Not much is grand about this fractured empire anymore. Paradise. That a settlement should last so long in the living lands is nothing short of miraculous.
superior vessel, you saltwater swilling ninny.
We'll see how long your galleon stays afloat when I take aim with a double bronzer.
I'd love to see you try.
A new arrival? Good! Maybe you can help us settle a disagreement. You are, but... how do I put this delicately? Every sea voyage has a certain... smell.
Stench, really.
And your smell is very, very fresh. Spilled meat, hay-stuffed pillows, and silverfin stew. You must be from Adir.
What kind of first mate would I be if I told you the truth?
Don't be too hard on yourself. After a few months in the living lands, you'll miss the reek of dead fish.
I say the Valian galleon is the best ship on the seas, while this uncultured swine champions the raw Italian junk.
Junk can hold more cannons, more deckhands, and more crew.
Tax better, too. A junk could outrun a galleon any day.
The galleon has a stronger hull.
At the cost of its sails, which fall apart in a light breeze.
You see our predicament?
It's not the power. It's the firing speed that makes all the difference.
What did I tell you? If the junk is good enough for the Adirian envoy, it's good enough for anyone.
One of these days I'll prove you both wrong. On the open seas, a squall filling my sails.
Here, you can have the coin I bet on this argument. Matters less to me than being right.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if they're wrong.
That's what I get for asking an Adirian, I suppose.
There it is again.
Get a hold of yourself. There's nothing down there, right?
There is. I heard it stirring.
It's probably your stomach.
It's not. They've got things here that even WoW wouldn't dream about. I'm not taking any chances. Watch your step. There's something beneath us.
It's just rats or something.
Whatever it is, I hope it only eats fish.
Unless you found the missing key, I can't really talk right now. Not now. Not now.
Not now. You're finally here. Where's the rest of your unit?
They shouldn't be far behind. They...
What's the matter with you?
Sorry, ma'am. It was the journey, ma'am. I'm still finding my legs.
What kind of hero gets seasick?
This one, apparently. I'll be ready to report no more.
I don't know why I bother. At this rate, I'd settle for competent.
With all the new folks in town, it's been harder to get a good day's catch.
Thank you again, Envoy.
We'll have to throw the lot out.
Damn it! That's the third this month.
I leave offerings every week. Why is Andra still angry with us?
This is more than Andra's doing.
You mean that plague from beyond the hills? It can't have... Can it?
Aye, probably not. Still, maybe we ought to burn the nets. There's a curse on these waters.
I'll keep... We're not being punished. We can't.
Welcome, Adiran. Something you need? You have that look about you. You carry yourself like you have something to teach us. I don't mean anything by it. Your money spends as good as anyone else's.
Hey, this is all? This is half of what they gave last month.
Look, we shipped from Emerald Stair with as much as they gave us. Not my fault they're having crop troubles.
I bet those damn outcasts are stiffing us, saying there's a shortage while they feast.
Peter,
It's high time we stop relying on fuel.
the downside of Adir's new arrivals. Paradise doesn't have room for everyone.
Ever wish you could move back into Paradise?
Of course. Nothing out here but liars and thieves.
You take that back! There's some good people here.
Yeah, all getting robbed by the liars and thieves.
Has to. No offense meant, but I need to keep this area clear. Please step away. If you must know, I am searching for an item of great import. Life and death, you might say, if you ask my wife. I seem to have lost my wedding ring down the latrine. It simply must be around here somewhere. Oh, I would be forever grateful if you found and returned my ring. You would save me from a night in the shed. For sure.
Supplies you need for prices you can afford. I've seen you before, haven't I? Or maybe heard someone talking about you? Welcome to my store. If I haven't got it, it can't be got. The envoy from Adir, perhaps? There's a buzz anytime someone from the Empire arrives on these shores. You'll get no trouble from me, though the Adirans tend to do their shopping within the walls for whatever reason. Cheap wares for cheap folks.
Little shits! Flying rats! What else are you gonna take? Stay back! They might circle around. I don't want you to get hurt. They've got my crew's swollen nets. The one treasure I have in this world, but no. I can't even keep that. I've climbed rigging for years. It's not like I can't fetch them myself, but... what if the birds knock me off? They're medallions, small, nothing valuable. Sailors in my, alliance. Make them to identify themselves. Former pirate. You can see how well that's going. You're right. I suppose if you're godlike, a few birds wouldn't scare you. I'd start looking in high places around the shanty town. I don't know why they line their nests with them, but I bet that's where they are.
Hope you're limber and light on your feet. Oh, and don't mind getting pecked.
Finally, another customer. Come in.
Oh, it's you.
No, I'm just not used to seeing people like you. I would have swept if I'd known you were coming. An unpretentious godlike. The Living Lands really does have everything. Anyway, what are you having?
Hello? Please, we don't want any trouble.
Who is that, Lovely? I hear unfamiliar footsteps, love.
Visitors, dearest. No one we know. Sorry for that. My husband's recently lost his sight. He's easily confused. Can I help you with something? We heard the Emperor sent someone to Paradise. Not that we figured it would matter much to us. Yes, we're Adirans. Once were, anyway.
A lifetime ago.
Strange to see us living out here in the shantytown, I suppose. We came here before most of the rest of the Adirans. Wanted to start our lives over.
Well, I had a rough time of it back home. Needed a new start.
You're in good company. That's a tale many here share.
Thing is, my dearest and I have enemies in Adir. Friends of theirs started showing up at the docks.
And then they were crowding all the familiar places of our new home.
Only a matter of time until someone recognized us. So, it's time to move on. Only it's not so easy as just walking out the door. First off, we need herbs.
Hunter's Kiss, the apothecary said. I should be able to get these eyes back in shape.
Only the apothecary didn't have any. Said it grows by the Eastern Gorge, overlooking the massive skeleton of some beast. Dangerous place. Rumors of Zarips and bandits in those parts. I'm sure it's nothing the Emperor's own couldn't handle.
The Emperor's finest.
If it's not too much to ask, we also need to get our land deeds for Thirdborn. We bought them through an Almaua broker in the city, but we haven't been able to get them. We don't want to show up without shelter and means in Thirdborn. Every bit of money we didn't spend on transport, we put into buying that land.
Right. Except we haven't heard from the broker in weeks.
Everything's already been paid for. He just needed to get the documents in order. If you could get them for us, we'd appreciate it. Oh, bless you, Envoy.
Ah, there you are. Have you found my ring, perhaps?
Oh.
Supplies you need for prices you can afford.
Don't worry, this place is sturdier than it looks.
Looks nice from out here.
Looks better inside.
Dream all you want. We're dock folk. Made to live outside those walls.
Maybe you are. I'll write you once I'm rich and famous.
Any luck with the search? Well, not the gods. Thank you. Let me see them. Don't worry, I will. In fact, you can have mine. It's enchanted. Might be some kind of luck for you. Don't mention it. Just one more thing. All this time, I've been sure this was Helia's doing, but maybe it's just superstition. Do you really think the gods curse us over past mistakes? They do, don't they? You know, it's kind of a relief to think that we're beneath their notice. How'd that ever end up here? The Living Lands was supposed to be about fresh starts and new adventures, but just look at this dump. Thanks for the swollen nets, and for taking a weight off my shoulders.
Ah, there you are. Have you found my ring, perhaps? Indeed, that's the one. Please, give it to me. Thank you so much, my friend. You have no idea the favor you've done for me. Gods go with you. You know, it's actually not so bad down here. You know, it's actually not so... so bad down here.
Welcome to Paradise, Envoy. The ambassador's expecting you. The Clavager took good care.
It's been a lot quieter since you arrived.
Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived and you're already the talk of the town. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city. No idea why he's calling the shots all of a sudden, but...
That sounds ominous.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The ambassador's expecting you. Well, she comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's never for a good reason. Kind of like a nightmare. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adiran embassy due north of the gatehouse. Take care, Envoy.
What? No parting words from me? After all the time we spent together?
Ugh, shove off, Muttonhead. How's that for a parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Adirans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm in good company now. Right?
Don't mind me. Just doing my job.
Envoy!
You should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here? The arrow struck. Then your soul found us. Here in the emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage, a prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive. Our beloved, they stole the bloom from your branch. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind. Yes, we would see them hurt too, writhing like a dying adder. We can give you this chance. We could send you back. Just this once. We are bound. We are leaf and root. We are stream and sea. Help us. We sense the rot and we fear it. We fear how it seeps into us, into our memories. You must find us, free us from our prison. Like a scent in the wind, yes. We will show you, but first, we will free you. You are ours. We tend to the sprout on the bough. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands. A voice? Tell me more. A vision of the beyond? And an ethereal manifestation? That's incredible. Your friend here carried you halfway across the city. Made quite the spectacle.
Probably not the grand imperial entrance she was aiming for. Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill. That's what everyone in Paradise is asking. The streets have been less murderous since your ambassador and his guards took up residence. But your assassination is bound to upset that uneasy peace.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died. A night of heavy drinking could awaken your soul. Who knows what death could do to it?
What does this mean for her? Should she expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible. Not as often as I used to. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul. You've worked with one before. Good. You have an open mind. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job. Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the Watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you. I hope you aren't thinking of confronting your killer. Not that it's any of my business. Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy.
I suppose following the chain of command will soothe his worries. Either way, I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up. Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone. And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
Hey, I had a dream about you.
Envoy, what can I do for you?
In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside.